Hello, my pretties. So, I can save 100% of the money that I make. And probably 98% of the population doesn't have that option. They've got to go through all of it, the paycheck to paycheckers, or at least a significant portion of it, because you got bills to pay. Everyone has bills to pay and food to buy. So, you don't starve to death and things like that. So here's how I do it. Here's how I'm in a place where I can literally save 100% of every dollar that I make. And there was a transitional period, so I didn't just wake up one day, decide that's what I wanted, and then I had it. So I had to go through a process so I could emerge at some future point, which was February of 2010, so that I could be in a place where I could save 100% of the money that I make. So there's a discernment. Before I tell you how I did it, there's a discernment that has to be made. So the money that you make is money that you have to show up for to get it, like a job, or even most self-employed people, or Uber and Lyft driving. I do Uber and Lyft. You got to show up, and you get paid in exchange for the time and energy that you put into whatever it is that you're getting paid for. So that's money that you make. The opposite of that is passive and residual money. So that's money that your money makes you and detaches how you spend your time from your income, so that it comes in regardless of how you spend your time. So that's where they come up with financial freedom and time freedom and things like that, so you can spend your life doing whatever you want and not be chained and bound to the dollar and constantly having to show up somewhere, so you can continue to pay residual bills that happen every month. Got residual bills, you might as well have residual income, so you can separate your time from your income and do whatever you want. So that's an important discernment that has to be made, is money that you make, which is money that you show up for so that you get it, and money that your money makes, which means you don't have to show up for it. Your time is decoupled from that income. So the goal in life is to decouple your time from your income so that you can spend your time on your passions or whatever it is that you want to do. So how did I do that? The first thing was I got into a home business, a network marketing company, in August of 2007. It offered residual and passive income. The beginning of being able to start that process of decoupling my time from my income, so that money would make me money instead of my time and energy making me money. If your time and your energy is what's making you money, then you're vulnerable to the powers that be that you don't have any control over. And that's why 98% of the population lives and dies by the paycheck each and every week or every month, because they're not doing anything for passive and residual money, and they don't have a plan to get it. And a lot of people don't even know that it exists. When people think of good money, they think of large sums of money. They don't think in terms of the quality, just the quantity of their income. That's the quality that is the game changer. When the quality of income separates your time from your income, then you have a better, more superior quality of income than the quality of income that requires you to show up over and over again, like a hamster. Sorry for the break there. Like a hamster on its wheel treading for dear life, and if the hamster stops, the wheel stops, the money stops come pouring in. So that's a very risky lifestyle, and that's 98% of the population. And most people don't think in terms of the quality of income versus the quantity of income, and people confuse quality for quantity. If I'm making so many dollars a year or a month, I don't know, $20, $50 an hour, people will say, that's good income. I'm making $50 an hour. To me, that's bad income. I guess it's high in volume, but the quality of it is terrible because it's per hour. That's the key difference. It's per hour. You have to give up an hour of your time to get that hourly rate, whatever. If it's $10 or $100, it's a poor quality of income and requires your time. The only time you're going to get on this planet is between your birth and death date. So for me, it makes no sense to trade it for money. So the opposite of that is going to be you have money work for you. And the whole mechanics, the vehicle to getting that process started, to being able to emerge at a future point, for me it took 2.5 years of doing it in my spare time. And by that I mean I had about 20 minutes a day, and that's all it took to get the ball rolling, thank goodness. But 20 minutes or so a day for 2.5 years took me from zero residual and passive income to a point where my passive and residual income was large enough to where I could get away from the job world and basically retire myself from the job racket, the pyramid scam known as a job. And it also put me in a place where if I wanted to go back to making money, I could save 100% of it, which sort of circles back around to the title of this video. So when you work on an asset that offers residual and passive income, which every network marketing company is residual and passive income. So the first step is to get in a really good network marketing company and start building that residual passive income so that you emerge a few years later as a free human being. Then you get that option of saving 100% of the money that you make. And if you're in a position where you can save 100% of the money that you make, well, now you have the option of maybe you don't want that job anymore. You can get rid of it, or you can keep it. It's up to you. The point is you've got that option now, and having that option really means security and stability for you and your family, because residual income represents security and stability for you and your family. Job income, if you don't have residual and passive income, if you're reliant on your job income, the money that you make, then you're in a very risky situation because you don't own that income. It's owned by somebody else, and it can be taken away from you at any time for any reason. Even if you're the best worker ever, it doesn't matter. And if you die on the job or outside of the job, they will replace you within days, most likely. So you need to get on a plan for residual and passive income so that you can emerge at some future point, maybe a couple years later, maybe 5 years later, who knows, as a free human being where your time is completely decoupled from your income. Therefore, if you still want to make money, you've got that option, but you can save 100% of it. And me, I do Uber and Lyft driving. So that's money that I have to show up for. I have to do rides. If I don't do rides, I don't get paid. So I show up, I do rides. It's fun. I really enjoy it. But it's the worst income on planet Earth. So therefore, I do not spend any of it because I do not consider that income as part of my real income because my time is coupled to it. So I save 100% of it, and before the tax year is over, each and every year I put 100% of all that money into real estate properties, which I have a property management company manage for me, so it's all passive. So I take all that money, I save it, and before the tax year, so I don't get hit with a big tax burden, I invest it all into my real estate business for the passive and residual income. And that is my real money, what I consider my real income, because my time is completely 100% decoupled from that. So I hope that makes sense. That is the game changer for anybody that's interested in living life as a free human being, to be able to spend your time how you want. And in just quick review, step number 1 to getting to that point is get into a really good network marketing company, because all of them offer residual and passive money. And then once you get that building up, well, now at some future point, you're going to emerge in some future point, a free human being able to save 100% of all of your income that you have to show up for to make, which gives you the option of leaving that situation and spending your time how you want. Or you could do maybe something else that makes money, like I decided to do with Lyft and Uber driving, save 100% of it and put it into something that produces more passive and residual income. It's totally up to you. The point is you get that freedom, but you have to take that first step of getting into a really good network marketing company that offers residual and passive income, and then getting into the trainings and whatever is offered to learn how to build it, and go through that process of just being eager to learn and practice what you learn on a daily basis. And it's equally as important to realize in something like that, even if you've only got 20 minutes a day like I did, it was enough. 2.5 years later, it was enough to get the ball rolling at 20 minutes of focus every day consistently, to where it went from August of 2007 when I started to February of 2010. 2.5 years later, I was free. I could just wash my hands of having to show up and make money, because I had enough residual and passive money from the network marketing business to cover everything, which meant that I could do something like Uber and Lyft now today and save 100% of it because I'm covered. So if that turns you on, then, and you want to see the vehicle I used to get to this point, just private message me, or you can comment here and I'll give you the link to a beautiful article that I wrote about it. It's about a 10-minute read about the network marketing company I got into to decouple my time from my income so that I could save 100% of my income. And it's all centered around natural health. So it's not just about money, and it's not even just about time freedom, but it's also about natural health, organics and things like that. So just ask for the link to that beautiful article that I wrote, and I will share it with you, either in here in the comments or in private messages. Please feel free to share this video if you wish, comment if you wish, and private message me if you wish, and I'll get back to you. And my website, by the way, is tomberkenmeyer.com. Just like it's spelled here in social media, tomberkenmeyer.com. I've also got another website I'll plug in here because it's appropriate. It's called fireyourboss.xyz. This one is not a .com like my tomberkenmeyer.com. This one is a .xyz. I'll even prove it to you. Just go there. Type in your browser fireyourboss.xyz. And that's another, well, it's self-explained. It's about firing your boss. So I will check back on this later today to see who's all interested and who's dropping comments. And I'll get back to you soon. Bye for now. Mwah.